Hi everyone. So in this video I'm going to give you some information on how to complete the Weimar Republic online module classroom activity. So to start the activity you're going to launch your browser, and I'm going to use Google Chrome, and you're going to go to my website. So you should know my website URL by now. If you don't, I'll show it to you right now. This is my website, https://sites.google.com/site/Mr. Habib's site/home. And you're going to go to Sociology of Genocide. After that, you're going to go to, first thing you're going to do is you're going to open the Facing History website, and you're going to use this link to do that. In the Facing History website, you're going to go to Educator Resources, and then you're going to click on Online Modules. In the Online Modules, you're going to click on the Weimar Republic, the Fragility of a Democracy. Now, if at this point you need a password to get in, then I will tell you what the password is in class. Just let me know. You click Enter here, and that will be the home page of this module, which you will see a lot of. Okay. The first thing I'm going to have you do is you're going to click on Why Study Weimar Germany. And this page comes up. I would like you to read the beginning of this page, the Legacy of World War I. You're going to read all this part. You're going to read Why Study the Weimar Republic. And then after that, you will see a section that says Critical Questions for the Weimar Republic and for Today. Okay? You will see there's a whole bunch of questions that are listed below. I would like you to choose 3 questions, those 3 main questions, okay, out of this list of, I think, 15 or something like that. Okay, and I want you to take 3 of them, and what you're going to do is you're going to basically copy and paste this text onto a Google document, and you should have a Google account by now, so you should easily find your Google Documents, and you're going to create a new document. Okay, and then you're gonna title your document, and your document will be titled with the following format: Facing History / Weimar Questions _ your last name _ your first name. Facing History _ Weimar Questions _ last name _ your first name. I'm going to click OK. So you're going to paste the text from the module, and for some reason it's not pasting, so okay. And what you're going to do below is you're going to answer this question. Now you're going to answer all of the questions within this big question as well, because as you can see at the top you have the main question, but below there's a bunch of other questions. Like, for example, what does the term democracy mean today? Okay, and there are other questions, bigger questions, that have more of those smaller questions within them. Okay, and you're going to take some time to answer below. So, democracy is a system that empowers the people through blah blah blah. Examples are blah, blah, etc. Okay? And I would like that to be very thorough. So for example, when you give the example of the United States, you can talk about the judicial branch, the separation of power between the branches, etc., etc. Okay? Now, make sure to share this document with me. So you're going to do it 3 times, right, for 3 different questions. And you're going to go to Share Settings, and you're going to share it, obviously, with my PAUSD address. And you're going to click Share. And that way, I will get that from you. Okay, once you do that, and you do it for 3 of them, okay, and you have your answers down, you're going to take your answers and you're going to copy and paste them into another spreadsheet. And I will show you how to get to that spreadsheet now. Okay? You're going to go back to my website and you're going to click on this link that says Weimar Republic Spreadsheet. And I misspelled Weimar here, but I will fix that later. So you click on that. And as you can see, everyone's name is on the first 2 columns over here. Natasha, Elizabeth, etc. Okay. The first column is mandatory for everyone to fill out. It's your email address for your Google account, and you have to fill that in. Okay, so you're going to put that in this spreadsheet. Okay. The other columns basically are the questions from the module. Okay. Now you only picked 3 questions out of all of these separate questions. Okay? So you're going to look for the cell that is essentially the intersection of your name, so let's say Asuka's name, and let's say Asuka answered this question, in a democracy, what is the proper role of nationalism with its symbols, uniforms, music, and poetry? And you're going to put, and she's going to put her answer in this cell. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? And she's going to find the other 2 cells that she needs to put her other 2 answers in. Okay? After everyone is done, we will have a spreadsheet with a bunch of answers to all these questions. You will then be required to pick 2 other answers of 2 other people in the classroom. Okay? And you will essentially reflect on their answer and communicate with them about it. So for example, let's say that I, Ronnie B, okay, wrote that I answered this question: how does a democratic government deal with terrorism and violent radical political groups who desire to destroy the democracy? And what I said is democracies can never deal with terrorism well. Now obviously this is a really bad answer. It's not thorough at all. It doesn't reflect on anything. But let's just say that that's my answer. Okay? So notice that I also have my email over here. So what you will do is you will go back to your own Google Doc. And at the top of your Google Doc, you're going to give yourself some space. And at the top of the Google Doc, you're going to say, Dear Ronnie. And then you're going to write your answer to. And then you're going to here put the question. So the question was, how does a democratic government deal with the terrorism, etc., etc. So you're going to copy and paste over here. Is, so your answer to this question is this answer. So you're going to copy and paste this answer into here. And then you're going to write your response. You can say, for example, I respectfully disagree because, or you could say, I respectfully agree with you, or completely agree with you because blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now make sure that at the end you color your font in blue so that they know, so that you don't confuse who wrote what. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to share your response to them with them. So you're going to go to your settings, sharing settings, and you're going to include them. So for example, my, going back, you're going to say abc@gmail.com. So you're going to say Control-C, and you're going to put that in here, and then you're going to click share. That way, everyone has access to this document. Okay, so that essentially will start a discussion between you and at least 2 other people in the class. Ideally 4, because 2 people will respond to your answers as well. Okay. After you're done with all of that, you give yourself some more space again. And you're going to go to the following link, Weimar Republic, second computer lab activity. You're going to click on that. And you're going to read the instructions up top. Okay, and I will show you where to find the information to answer all of these questions. Okay, what you can do at that point is you can take all this information, you can copy and paste it, just all these questions. Okay, Control-C, and then copy and paste it into this document. And I would like you to type your answers to these questions. Okay. Now, where do you get the information for this? You're going to go back to the module, and you can get them from the following places. Weimar timeline. You can click on that, and you can see a whole bunch of different events for which you can click on and get more information on them. So for example, 1914, beginning of World War I, I'll give you some more information. You can also, and you will also need to, go to the following link, Lesson and Activities. Click on Weimar Election Interactive Chart Exercise. Click on Go to the Activity. And then this chart basically gives you a whole bunch of information on the political parties of the Weimar Republic. So for example, if you click on the Catholic Center Party, it gives you a sense of what this party was about. If you click on May 1928, it shows you how many votes each party got. Okay? And all of this information will help you answer these questions essentially. Okay? And you will need to fill all of this out. That's essentially the third thing that you need to do for this activity. Okay? So the first thing, just as a recap, is you just answer 3 questions from the module, from the beginning of the module. So from Why Study Weimar in Germany, okay, from this page. Then you're going to put them on the spreadsheet. Then you're going to find the answers of 2 other people in the class. You're going to communicate with them via Google Docs. So for example, dear Ronnie, blah, 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 blah. Okay? And then that's the second thing. And then the third thing is that you will be answering these questions. And you get the information again from the module, from the places that I showed you. The Weimar timeline and the lessons and activities, that chart that I showed you. Okay, so this is a lot of information, and actually this movie, the instruction movie, will also be on my website in a link that will be located basically right here. Instruction for first computer lab activity on Weimar Republic, although we're doing all 3. These instructions actually are for 3 lab activities. Okay, so that's a lot of information. but hopefully you can relook at this movie at your leisure and figure out what you need to do. And in class, I will tell you by when the deadlines are for all these things. All right, good stuff. Get to it.